Hi everybody. So if you watched my last video, you knew that I was in school or I was taking summer courses and I'm done with them. I can finally focus on things that I like again. It was essentially like a whole semester worth of 4 classes in a month and we're finished. I am going to be drawing in my big ass mixed media pad. This is 17 by 14 inches, and if you're wondering what happened here, it was leaning up against the wall at one point and I knocked over some paint water, fell against the wall, and it fell into here. But regardless of that, I'm going to use that to my advantage because it has created some cool lines in here. So I'm going to try and make a portrait using those lines. So what I was going for in this piece was not necessarily an airbrushed look. I will not lie, I was looking at some artists on TikTok and whatever, and you know, I like the little airbrush thing, and I do have an airbrush pen, but all the ink is like dried out because I have not used it since 2017, so maybe I can go to Michael's and get some new ink. But to compensate for that, I was just like, why don't I use my soft pastels? And if you've heard me talk about these soft pastels, the ones that are like directly on the right side of the screen, you will know that some of the colors are ass, meaning that these are supposed to be soft pastels. I mean, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be softer, not necessarily chalk. They're like demi pastels. And I accidentally stopped recording. So I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. I basically just take a dry brush and brush it over the pastels, just take the excess dust and sort of filling in those darker areas and adding color. And going in with a charcoal pencil, I don't know why that clip was so fast, but going with a charcoal pencil and just redefining some details. But my point with that was that's why I feel like I can only use certain colors in this set. I feel like every video I use these pastels is just kind of like an ongoing review. I should just dedicate just one good video or section about it, but I can't help it. Yeah, that's why I feel like mainly just like reds. There's a really nice light blue and a light pink in there too. And surprisingly, the Master's Touch soft pastels from Hobby Lobby, they were not bad at this. I mean, yeah, they were not bad to use for this, like at all. And the only reason I pulled those out ours is because I don't have a black pastel in that other kit. Just like I was saying, those ones are super soft, and just even like using them, like not even like a lot, how do I describe it, like not like filling in big spaces or whatever, they pretty much get worn down quickly. Anyway, so as you can see, I was just taking my pencil, regular mechanical pencil, and just kind of erasing some of the pastel that was laying down just for some texture. Here I am filling in the eyebrows. And I really had no direction for this piece. This was more so me just being excited about having time to actually draw again. Oh, and I tried to draw, I think maybe like a week ago. No, a little less than a week ago. I was trying to do watercolor, and that wasn't good. I didn't like that. So I always revert back to pastels. And yeah, I'm stupid. I'm super excited to be back and draw again. What else is new? I've been writing a lot. I have some goals that I want to do with my writing. Like I said, I have one more summer class to do, but the main majority of them are done now. So I just have one more. It's a super easy intro to sociology class, which won't be too bad. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for now. And these lips were giving me a time. Y'all already know it's always something. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking a dry brush and just running over the pastels with it. It's really helpful if the pastels are softer like the ones I have, but then then again, like I said, the ones from Hobby Lobby are totally fine. I don't know if Hobby Lobby has any other ones, but these square ones that I showed in the beginning work just fine. And then I'm just using my eraser, just trying to get out some highlights, trying just add some texture. I also go in with the pencil itself in a little bit, but this is just mainly what I'm doing. It's trying to just layer on some colors, starting from the darkest, and then erasing them because they erase super easy. I'm surprised. Should have used a better eraser, but it doesn't matter. So in a second, I pull out my blending stump. This took me a second to find. I could have sworn I had a bigger one, but it's fine. The reason why I'm using a charcoal pencil is because it blends better, and it's so hard to just get like a perfectly pointed like line, I guess, or like tip with a pastel stick. So I was just like, whatever, we're doing charcoal pencil. I initially didn't want to. Initially, I was going to try and put like pen in here too, but I was like, no, we're laying off the pen. We can just do pencil. So yeah, that made it super easy to blend out the charcoal and also the pastels too. And just like using some of that residue on the blending stump, just adding more lines, more texture, all that good stuff. So here I am just using the pencil, like I stated earlier, just adding more lines. I got this pencil from Hobby Lobby, if you're interested in that. It's pretty good, normal pencil. It's a little bit more pricier. I think this pencil was like $5 at the time, and this was like 5 years ago, so it's probably like $11 now, but it's fine. It works well. I don't even have a lot of pencils, like normal pencils like that, so it took a while to find too. Here I am just going over some more areas of the piece with more of that pastel, and that's kind of what I just did throughout the whole thing. It was just kind of like lay on some color, draw a little bit, erase some color, and just kept doing that until I was satisfied. So now I'm working on the background. I'm just using these two golden acrylic paints. They're fluid paints. And I just wet the paper, put the paint on there. I was really like I had sort of an idea. I wanted to do some sort of like, I don't know, fuzzy, obviously like airbrush inspired, but sort of like bleed into each other kind of colors, which is really hard when you're working with paint on paper. But again, maybe I'll go to Michael's and look for some airbrush ink. I had a vision, but I am satisfied with this because in the end, I thought it kind of looked like clouds. So I like that. We can have that. I also added in some, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do these voice recordings in like 1 to 2 goes. I used to really go like 10 times, and I'm like, so excuse me if I stutter. Anyway, I'm adding black ink. I will never stop. You know that just like portion of your, drawing and part of your style, and it's more than just adding it. It's like satisfying to you. That's me anytime I use this in the background. So that's what I'm doing. Here's me outlining the hair. She had like a half up, half down kind of hairstyle, just taking Sharpie to outline some stuff. She had like a half up, half down hairstyle, and it was like a bun though, like on the top of her head, and then she had like something wrapped around it. I didn't realize at the time. I thought she had her hair up because I stopped working on this for like a day, and I was like, oh, so I like looked and I was like, oh, I didn't realize like her hair was half up, half down. So anyway, that's just me working on the hair, and yeah. As you can see, I'm just adding in some more pastels just for more color, just for more fun. I ended up adding some pen and some Sharpie too, and here is the finished piece. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, I will catch you in the next video. I appreciate you guys.